Capricorn Cross Watcher. Welcome to the Cross Watchers Only reading. I am Princess India. If you're new and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. Those of you who have seen the other readings know this is a new series that I'm trying with a little bit of a twist, you know what I'm saying, where this reading is for a cross watcher of a Capricorn person. Now, you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments if you are Capricorn and you watch this and this resonates. It's possible because, you know, I'm going to talk about both people anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and steal this from one of my subbies in the comments, and I'm so sorry because I don't remember your name at present, but she said that she likes these because it takes the sting. I'm probably going to edit her comment somewhere around here. Anywho, but she said that it takes the sting out of cross watching, and you know, it's my intention, you know what I'm saying? But it takes the sting. If that was a Scorpio reading, that would be really hilarious. It takes the sting. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. So anywho, we're gonna go ahead and jump in and see what is going on with your person of interest that is a Capricorn person. Of course, you can watch this if you're any sign, and it doesn't matter if this is their sun, moon, rising, Venus, you know, doesn't matter. I mean, if you're watching for a dude, you'd want to watch for his, I asked my astrologer guy. You probably should read his little thing on my website, but anyway. It's, what did he say? I think he said his moon, like moon is important for dudes, and his Mars, I think their Mars and their moon or something. You can look at their Venus too, but I think their Mars and their moon or something of the sort. You know, if I'm wrong, I apologize. I'll, you know, probably put something in here that's like, he laughed at me and said that's not right. Okay, anyway, first card out, we have the Four of Chalices in the reverse. So what it is looking like here, there's a tad bit of a block going on with your person of interest. They're trying to break out of it though, which is really good because if you're really nosy, in Capricorn's monthly, I talked about them being freed from bondage and things of the sort and whatnot or whatever. So this is more or less like a breaking of bad habits. I feel that whatever it is that they were doing, and it doesn't really matter what that is, because I mean, it's going to be different for everybody, but it's something that they're doing or have been doing up to this point that has literally been a hindrance in their life and their relationships. For some people, it could be spending habits, it could be drinking habits, it could be mismanagement of funds. It could literally be emotional issues and things of the sort that this person grapples with. But I feel as far as you guys' partnership is concerned, or situationship or whatever is concerned, the biggest issue has been whatever this habitual thing that they do is. Now, next card we have out that is so funny is the moon reverse. And mind you, I'm not showing you cards because, you know, autofocus on the lens jacked up, whatever, moving right along. But we have the moon in the reverse. Now, this is funny because that was in their overall energy in their general reading. So more or less, this is saying about your Capricornian, which is the word I made up in their reading, by the way. I don't know if that's really a word. If someone else made it up, I'm sorry. I'm stealing it. Capricornian sounds really gangster to me. Moving right along. This is talking about them taking a deep dive into their subconscious, because I feel this hindrance with this person is more or less a lack of vulnerability, meaning that when it comes to their feelings, emotions, thoughts, plans for the future, you guys' partnership could not move forward because, I mean, they were pretty stagnant. You know what I mean? It's like there was never any clear, concise talk of movement forward in this partnership. And that has a lot to do with this person's fear of vulnerability. I feel that's how this habit got here in the first place. It's more or less, I spoke a lot in their general reading about becoming something that's temporary. Like, we go through temporary experiences in life, and by default we end up becoming them because we don't understand that it's just a moment, and we end up carrying that baggage with us. So I feel that your Capricorn person has carried that baggage into your connection, and that has specifically given them issues with vulnerability and short-sightedness. They may be a workaholic, you know what I mean? Always busy, always having things going on, I don't know. I'm terrified by people who go to the gym right now, even with a mask. That is just every time. I'm just like, how are you doing this? Okay, anyway. But I was gonna say going to the gym, I mean, if they're that ape, you know, like gym rat, maybe your Capricorn is going to the gym with a mask on. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, but that's been what's been holding the progression of this relationship back. Not to put all of the, you know, blame on them or anything, but it's just a fear of vulnerability because it makes them feel, well, I just heard emasculated. That's heavy. Okay? All right, let's go with that. It makes them feel emasculated. Jesus, really? That's a lot going on. Ooh, okay. But I'm just going to say that it makes them feel disempowered because, you know, I mean, that's relevant for somebody because, you know, I'm reading for guys, girls, whatever. But that makes them feel emasculated and disempowered. Another element to this is this person is not a lot like, man, they're not like people that you've dated before. I said that in another person's reading too. And because I'm getting an impression of someone right now, and they do look different. I'm not even gonna front. The Capricorn person looks different. I don't know what to call that. I mean, they're attractive. It's almost like this person has like, not saying that they're literally a celebrity, but they have like celebrity vibes. Like, you know, like certain people can dress really, really well and be like very clean cut to the point where, you know, they walk in Target and people are looking, trying to figure out like if there's someone famous because they just look famous. Like, that's the kind of vibe I got from this person. I didn't pick up a female energy. I picked up a male energy specifically, and he's wearing all black, and he has black hair, and he looks kind of exotic, you know, like he's, I don't want to say fair skin because he's like tan, you know what I mean? So he's kind of racially ambiguous, but he has dark hair, and there's a part in it, you know. I don't know if that's my left or right because it's like I'm looking and like his part's like here, you know, so I guess that would be his left and my right. This is a very interesting reading already, Capricorn. Yeah, so, but this person isn't your usual type, but I think stereotypically, if you were to go by how this person looks, because I do get kind of an edgy kind of vibe, kind of like a bad boy kind of vibe or a bad girl vibe, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what kind of plagues on your mind is it's a desire to commit to this person, but it's like questioning yourself if this person is really even committal. But another thing I want to say with this is it's more or less don't write them off is what I want to say, because I feel everything about them, from how they look to their behavior, all of that gives off a stereotype of how you would say that this person is this particular type of person. But I feel there's a need for you guys to kind of see beyond the mask, if you will, because I feel that there's a lot more to this person, but they have a lot of walls up. But I mean, I can give you some, you know, some consolation from their general reading that they're being offered an opportunity, because of course, you know, we got free will choice here. But they're being offered an opportunity to be freed from this bondage that they're in at present. But another thing I can tell you with, oh yeah, that was the Page of Wands in the reverse if I didn't tell you. But next cards that came out, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Strength in the reverse, and we have the Knight of Swords. Isn't that wonderful? So what I can tell you is those of you who aren't in communication with this person, like meaning that this Four of Cups reverse would be relating to things coming to a halt or pause, they do think about you, and they are, watching you, you know what I'm saying? But they're holding themselves back though. And I think it's just literally because, to be quite honest, and man, I really feel like I'm exposing this poor Capricorn person. I'm so sorry, Capricorn person. I hope you don't watch this. But they're at a very weak point right now. They're at a very weak point right now for good reason, because Spirit is trying to proverbially resurrect them. You know what I mean? And shift them in an epic way. You know what I mean? So I feel that all of this is going on behind the scenes, but you're totally not aware of that. So I guess that's why the whole message comes out of saying, like, to dig a little deeper and to not write this person off. You know what I mean? Because they're going through a transformation. Now, the thing that's so beautiful about transformations is, with our Knight of Swords here, is whenever we go through like an awakening or have an epiphany or an aha moment, or get over something, we go straight from like novice straight into zealot. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like, if somebody, like an example of this would be like if someone starts going to church and they find Jesus, and like now they're telling everybody about Jesus, and everybody got to know Jesus, and you should visit my church, and it's like, do you know Jesus? Do you want me to pray with you? You know what I mean? That's the zealot stage. That happens in spirituality as well, because it's like, don't talk like that. People who are, empaths and light workers don't speak that way, and I can't believe you're cursing. How do you have your boobs out? You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's not spiritual. What do you mean you don't burn sage 5 times a day? You don't meditate 17 times a day? That's a zealot stage. You know what I mean? And it's also a mark and a sign of a person who is a new initiate, and a person who is a novice, a person who has yet to grow in spiritual maturity, right? So with this Knight of Swords being here, I'm giving you a heads up about your Capricorn. I would even say the same thing, rehab too. When someone comes out of rehab, or if someone starts a 12-step program, it's being in a zealot stage with that too, to where it's being very empowered. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a normal part of the process, because it's like you have to go through that in order to get to the other side. And then it's like you end up coming to this place of maturity where when you see people who are in their like Knight of Swords zealot stage, you don't judge them. You don't take to heart what they do, because you understand you were there at one point in time. You know what I mean? I know I was, child. I brought so many people to Jesus. I'm just saying. But anywho, that's the place that they will be in. So it's more or less a heads up. And another thing I want to say, this would be for the group of people who don't resonate with that person who was just all up in my face just now. This would be for you guys that you knew this person as they were and had a concept of who they were, but when the two of you come back together, they're not going to be anything like you knew them to be. And that may make you feel some type of way, because if you knew them as someone who was like, super chill, like whatever, and now they're like, wanting you to visit their church, or, come to these yoga classes with them. I want you to meet my sensei type of deal. That may kind of take you aback, but I feel this is for their betterment. You know what I mean? It's like, I see this almost energetically like a gradient pattern. If you're familiar with gradient stuff, it's like them being like one way, and it's like I'm seeing it kind of fading out. So they're in this transition. Oh, at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Chalices. Well, isn't that wonderful? There's a whole lot of pages and knights here. little progression and growth and things of the sort. With the Knight of Chalices here being at the bottom of the deck, the most important takeaway from all of this, my Capricorn cross watcher, is I don't want to necessarily tell you, because of course I don't know the specifics of y'all relationship and things. We're gonna get to that in the extended, but it's more or less taking a page out of this person's book, depending on, because like I say, I don't know you Capricorn, you know what I'm saying? So don't let this word I'm about to speak to you get blocked out by this Capricorn person, because this is for you, babe. You know what I'm saying? But I feel the lesson in all of this is knowing that it's imperative to know yourself, and I'm going to sound really cliche, and love yourself, you know, before you can know and love someone else. The reason why self-love is a revolutionary act is because it's so much easier to see people for who and what they are when you truly love yourself, and not like that superficial, you know, very commercialized sense of self-love and false positivity and all this other kind of stuff. But I mean, when you are intently in an in-depth relationship with yourself, it's like when you know you know them, right? And I say vice versa as well. So if your Capricorn person is going through rehab or church or, you know, ayahuasca or, you know, any kind of transformative thing, because they're trying to get back to them and find themselves, I think a beautiful thing you can do in the meantime is doing the same for yourself. And even more than that, this Knight of Chalices being here says to me that if the two of you are apart, that they will return to you, my friend. You know what I'm saying? And what's not to whatever. So in the meantime, you know, love yourself and do really great, dope stuff. Like, go become a zealot. You know what I mean? So y'all could be zealots together. I mean, if you feel led to do so, you know, don't change yourself for nobody or nothing. But that has been your reading. I love your face, Capricorn cross watcher. I'm going over to do the extended on all of my membership platforms, Patreon, Vimeo, my website, YouTube members, buku of them, you know what I'm saying? So follow me over there if you're about that life. We're going to look at how they think as well as feel about you. But if not, still love your freaking face. And I will see you in the extended, because you're going to go watch it, right? Of course you are. Waiting for the outro.